Yes, we do, Steve. It's been a busy morning.
You're just jabbing up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bea and Chastity are here as usual, and welcome again this morning, ladies. Always good to see you.
Hello.
How are things going at the neighborhood centers this month?
We're staying busy like always,
I would imagine so. Any big events coming up for the holiday season?
Yeah, I mean, again, thank you so much for having us every month. We're so happy to be here, and it's a giving season, so we're starting up our end of the year campaign. It's called All In Neighbor, just encouraging our supporters and people that are learning about us to just think about what it means to be all in as a neighbor to neighborhood centers and in our community.
Move that mic a little closer to you there.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? There you go.
Well, obviously you guys have been here for decades and do such great work. You just broke ground on a new facility, and I'm sure that the construction over the weekend or the winter will slow down a little bit, but you guys will be on track to get that up and running as soon as possible. And of course you have existing facilities, and this is the time of year when people start hibernating, so to speak. They start getting ready for more indoor activities because daylight savings time is gone now, and it's starting to get colder and gets darker early, and then you start thinking about things like is my house insulated well enough, or do I have enough, especially going outside, do I have enough clothing to for my kids and my family, so that they can stay warm. And boy, you see sometimes you drive in the morning and you see kids with just like sweatshirts on, and that's it, and it's 20 degrees, and you're just like, how do you guys stand it?
Still wearing shorts or something too?
I mean, it's still a little warm. I mean, it's cold this morning, but hopefully it's still a little bit warm this weekend.
Sure, yeah, and it's not supposed to be awful. I mean, mid-50s is still pretty good for November. So
it's really good for November, for sure.
It's also the season of gratitude for us here at the neighborhood centers, and we just really been reflecting and thinking about all the amazing partners and community members that have really served us as amazing neighbors. I know Bea has some amazing people that she's been working with. Yeah,
in general, or earlier you mentioned like things that we're doing like in this, or we don't really have events like for the public, but one thing that we definitely love in kind of starting up this year is that we're doing an event for our staff, board members, and volunteers, just kind of just show appreciation and have that moment of being able to talk about what they're thankful for, that we're thankful for them and everything that they do for us, and just genuinely just being able to show that gratitude and appreciation for everybody that is in our neighborhood centers family. And like Chastity was saying, that we partner with so many agencies around here, Table to Table, Grow Johnson County, United Way, Shelter House, Houses into Homes, so many different agencies. I think, honestly, all the different agencies around Johnson County, which is truly just so beautiful, because if we don't provide a specific service, we know who does. So then we can lead that family or put them in the right direction to be able to get the help that they need, and there for them during that. If they maybe feel some type of way or feel nervous or anything like that, we make sure to give them the confidence and the right people to talk to make sure that they can get the help that they need.
And just like every nonprofit, you wouldn't be able to do what you do without volunteers.
Exactly. They truly are the, I don't even know,
the lifeline.
For real, for us to keep going. Those people genuinely, they donating their time to just hang out with our kids, to help us with different administration projects, to give STEM activities and STEM workshops to our kiddos, to be able to give them opportunities to hang out with the Hawkeyes, to scare them a little bit at our Hollow Ridge event that just passed on October 19th. It was great. The kids had an amazing time. We had snacks and lots of sugary foods with the kids love, and we made sure to have fruit there too, to have all the options. And
load them up with sugar and then send them home to their parents.
Or load them up with sugar and then go and scare them, basically, is what it was.
And I really would love to just, shout out our partnership with the
Yes.
University of Iowa's Student Academic Athletic Department.
The SAS.
Because they've been such amazing partners, and
Yep.
it has been over 25 years
Yes.
of partnering with this haunted house that we do at our Pheasant Ridge Center called Hallow Ridge.
Hallow Ridge.
And it's just so amazing. Like Bea said, the athletes come and they decorate it. This year was super scary for some of the kids.
It was even scary for me.
They loved it. And the
Yes.
kids in the neighborhood are so excited every single year. We don't even have to really advertise. We just say Hallow Ridge, and they spread the word,
They know.
and then they come.
Yep.
And it's so fun. And as we talk about our expansion, we're hoping to do that in other neighborhoods as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
The University of Iowa Student Athletes Department, it's just been amazing. And another partnership that is just so wonderful is St. Andrew's Presbyterian
yes,
Church.
yes.
They, we've mentioned this in the summer, but they partner with us to put on an amazing summer lunch program at our Pheasant Ridge neighborhood.
Yes.
And we wouldn't be able to do it without them. And we served hundreds of kids this summer because of them.
Because of the need. I mean, these
And so we're just so grateful for
Yes.
our partnerships.
Yes, and then they also allow us to use their building all the time. St. Andrews, we've done different staff trainings there because that's something that I absolutely love about neighborhood centers. We're very much about mental health and making sure that our glass is full so then we can fill other people's glasses, you know what I mean? And they're kind of like check-ins we're always doing different check-ins and keeping up on PBIS to make sure that we're doing that positive reinforcement, and they open up their building to us that we're able to even have unlicensed programming there every so often and things like that. They're truly an amazing partner for sure. But going back to Hollow Ridge, I thought about if anybody missed out, wasn't able to go, or you guys want to see about all the fun that we have on our Instagram, we actually highlighted the story because we had an amazing team that day, and we were able to truly showcase the before of kids going in, and they thought that they weren't going to get scared. They were like, nah, it's nothing. And then after, they were like, oh my gosh, and they were so scared, and we were able to get those reviews and just be able to see all the fun we partnered with the University of Iowa for some grad students and pharmacology students that basically brought STEM activities, and they were like spooky STEM activities. So kids were learning about the brain and about neurons and about eyeballs and what they do, but they made it fun, and they made like different crafts and things, and they made like brain hats. So it kind of went with the vibe of Halloween, and it was just so awesome that kids didn't even realize that they were learning, but they were having so much fun and learning so much about the brain that even I was like, oh my gosh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. And then I actually even went through the haunted house to like showcase it on our story, and it was scary. Like it was pitch black. There was people popping out of nowhere, and I'm over here. Two girls had to go in with me because it was scary. They needed to come in with me to make sure I was okay. And it was a good time. So definitely make sure to check out that on Instagram. We're NCJC Iowa on Instagram, and it's a highlight on our page.
Yeah, from what I understand, you guys are pretty prevalent on social media.
We try to be, for
Yeah.
sure. Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah, we try to let everybody know all the fun that we have. You can get involved. You can look at it. You can get your kiddos involved. You can come and volunteer. You can donate. All of that. We'll definitely appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to just highlight, as I mentioned earlier, the giving season, at the end of this month, actually the very, very beginning of December is Giving Tuesday.
Right.
Giving Tuesday, and it's crazy that we're almost there. And we just, again, we're so grateful for all the support that we've had throughout the year from the community. And this is a collaborative event for all nonprofits across
Yes.
the world
Yes.
and in this area.
It's the Tuesday after Black Friday.
Yes.
Yep,
and,
there you go.
And in light of what I was trying to explain earlier, our All in Neighbor campaign, we want people to think about neighborhood centers if they choose to give on that day, but also just thinking about how you can be an amazing neighbor to anyone in the community, and just think about what does that mean. And so, I mean, for us, like, that means just being a person that's always there and able to just lend a helping hand and a smiling face, a welcoming face.
Being that advocate for somebody, being able to honestly, truly help somebody in any way that we possibly can.
Absolutely. What does it mean for you, Jem? I'm just curious.
What, Giving Tuesday?
Or no, being a good
neighbor.
neighbor, an all-in neighbor.
Well, I try to do my best to keep the planet clean as
Yeah.
I'm a big recycler but I'm always trying to be courteous and helpful in any way I can, and some of the stuff that we do here, I always feel kind of proud of that. We're able to get you guys on the air and
thank you.
and talk to different people at our Monica's shows and go out and do our radiothon with Table to Table, and it just and then when I can, I try to make financial donations to nonprofits, especially the local ones, just to make sure that they know that we're still here, not only emotionally and but financially as well. So it depends on how my year goes, like everybody else.
We love that,
So,
and we hope everyone else can think about how they're showing up, and that's what we want to encourage people, not just for neighborhood centers, but for our entire community.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And being a neighbor can mean so many different things. It could be a literal neighbor to the people that you live near, right? But also just a neighbor in your community. Like what are you doing for the community? And I think a lot of people don't realize that you might be doing more than what you think. Like just being a good person, right?
Sure, exactly.
Trying your best to help as much as you can.
Be an example for people.
Exactly,
Yeah.
being a good leader, and even if that means, because I grew up very broke, and sometimes I thought it was just donations or things like that, but now working for the neighborhood centers and just realizing that I was still able to be a good neighbor because I was volunteering or I was doing things with kids in the neighborhood without even realizing it, making little clubs and stuff like that just because we had nothing else to do.
Right.
But that was me being the older person and having younger people, like I was giving them something to do rather than being out there doing bad stuff or
Sure.
something like that. And just and or babysitting, helping out our local people that lived in our neighborhood, and because I was one of the older girls, it was easier for me to do that, and I actually enjoyed it. So it's just crazy to think about all the different ways that you can genuinely be a good neighbor, even if that unfortunately isn't something that you can do as a financial way.
You're very thorough. You're very thorough.
That's good, neighbor Jim.
Well, check out the website,
ncjc.org.
Thank you very much.
And on our social medias, the Neighborhood Centers of Johnson County on Facebook, and then NCJC Iowa on all other platforms.
If you go to any of those sites, you're going to see what great work these people do, and we always appreciate the work that you do and helping out the community throughout the county as well. So thanks for being here again once, and we'll see you probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
see
you so
you next
much.
week on the midday at Monica's for sure.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a great one, guys.
Moments ago, the opening bell ringing on Wall Street, as it always does.